Everywhere, GBS.
Good afternoon and welcome to our news point today. Here's where we serve updates, brief, clear, and right on time. I'll be your anchor for today, Mary Nzomo, together with my co-anchor,
Masi Kamau.
And today's top of our bulletins.
Everywhere, GBS.
Good afternoon and welcome to our news point today. Here's where we serve updates with brief, clear, and right on time. I'll be your anchor for today, Mary Nzomo, together with my co-anchor,
Masi Kamau.
And today's top of our bulletins, the Inspector General Police, Douglas Kanja, has said that the ongoing nationwide recruitment of 10,000 police constables is aimed at boosting national security ahead of the 2027 general elections. Here is the report. Speaking during the impromptu visit to the William Olentmama Stadium in Narok, Kanja noted that the National Police Service is preparing early to ensure that the country has enough officers to handle any future security challenges. He expressed satisfaction with the progress of the exercise, assuring residents that the recruitment is transparent and that only qualified candidates will be selected.
So far, the reports that I've gotten from throughout the country, throughout all the recruitment centers, is that we are doing very well. And we are headed in the direction that, as I indicated, that we want to get the best from Kenya. Yeah, as the next crop of officers to come and continue with the transformation journey of the service. Yeah. So, and as I've said, these young men and women, they are not only coming in as new recruits. We are also getting reformist officers, yeah, so that they can be able we can be able to continue the reform agenda of the service. Yeah?
The recruitment conducted in 427 centers nationwide had earlier been halted by the Employment and Labor Relations Court following a petition questioning the mandate of the National Police Service and the National Police Service Commission. The IG emphasized that the exercise is key to strengthening the security sector ahead of the election period. Mary Nzomo, GBS TV.
Orange Democratic Movement Member of Parliament Samuel Atandi has asked the party supporters not to listen to old party officials like Siaya County Governor James Orengo, who referred to as officials without new ideas to offer and who delayed the party by offering politics of division and demonstration. Here is Ronnie Ochieng with more.
Speaking at Nyalwanga village, Orange Democratic Movement Member of Parliament Samuel Atandi has urged party supporters not to listen to all party officials like the Siaya County Governor James Orengo, who he preferred to as officials without new ideas to offer and who derailed the party by offering politics of division and demonstrations.
They think they can jump up and fill Baba's shoes and be able to take the party to presidential election. We are telling you no. Nobody in ODM can be able to fill the shoes that have been left by Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. We need time. I know I will be able to fill Baba's shoes later, but not now. I need time. We need time. We need time to build ourselves, to be able to fill Baba's shoes. And as we build ourselves, we also need to build our people. We need to bring development to our people. There is no party. Parties are formed to go to power. Parties are not formed to go to demonstrations. I don't even know why these are our friends.
At Nyalwanga village, Komenya Kalaka sub-location in Siaya County, members of Parliament of Gasen constituency, Ali Guyo Wario, termed Orange Democratic Movement officials as selfish and who scrambled to fit into Raila Odinga's shoe. Ali Guyo Wario added by saying that parties are formed to ascend to power and not to remain in opposition forever. He challenged Orengo as an old guard who worked with Jaramogi Oginga Odinga and Raila to tell the public how to enable to help the two ascend to power despite always boasting of being close to them.
Baba ametuacha mahali salama. Ametuacha kwa broad based. Na tunajipanga hapo ndani ama namna gani? Kwa hivyo sisi tushikane, Kenya ni yetu. Kenya bila Jaluo sio Kenya. Wacha niwaambie. Siasa ya Kenya bila Jaluo sio siasa. Ndio wale watu sasa baba aliposema broad based wamechanganyikiwa, hawajui wafanye nini. Sasa sisi tushikilie hapo na sisi tukule matunda ya Kenya ile tumekosa wakati yote. Ama namna gani? Istima ikuje, barabara ya lami vile wako naye paka kwa bedroom ijengwe. Si ndio? Maji safi ijengwe. Shule yetu ikuwe mzuri, ma universities tuende mbele. ODM itaenda mbele. Mimi nikisema ODM semeni tuko tayari. ODM.
Ali Guyo Wario added by saying that parties are formed to ascend to power and not to remain in opposition forever. He challenged Orengo as an old guard who worked with Jaramogi Oginga Odinga and Raila to tell the public how to enable to help the two ascend to power despite always boasting of being close to them. Samuel Atandi and Guyo urged Luos to remain united in the broad-based government and listen to young leaders instead of old leaders like James Orengo, citing that Raila Odinga left them in safe hands. Rooney Ochieng, GBS TV.
Residents gathered at Mau Complex on Saturday to plant 30,000 indigenous seedlings, part of the Green Mau Green Future campaign aimed to restoring the critical water tower and combating climate change. Here is Anlili Siombua with more details.
Mimi naitwa Wycliffe Kimtai na mimi ndio chairman wa kikundi cha Kiropan Community Pest Organization. Hii ni kikundi ambacho tulianzisha mwaka wa 2019 na kazi yetu haswa ni tunafanya kazi ya kuhifadhi environment. So leo tuko katika msitu wa Masai Mau ambao tumeungana pamoja na kampuni ya Pest Titanium kutoka Kwale tukiendeleza mambo ya upanzi wa miti ya kiasili. So tunataka tushukuru Best Titanium kwa kuungana na kikundi cha Kiropan Environmental Community Based Organization katika kuhakikisha ya kwamba hii msitu ya Masai Mau imelindwa vilivyo. So tunashukuru kwa sababu Best Titanium kutoka Kwale imeshika hii kikundi chetu cha Kiropan Community Based Organization na kuelimisha wanachama ya hii kikundi vile wanasalisha miti ya kienyeji. So tunashukuru kwa sababu walikuja wakafunza hao kuanzisha nurseries. Alafu sasa vile miti inatunzwa kutoka ikiwa kidogo kwa nursery.
Kwa majina mimi naitwa Joshua Koech. Mimi ni mmoja wa wakaaji wa hapa ambao wanaishi katika karibu na watu ambao wanaishi katika forest. Mimi ni mmoja wa wachungaji ya msitu. Nikisema ya kwamba tumechunga hii msitu tangu 2021 wakati tuliondolewa katika Mau. Mimi ni mmoja wa wakaaji wa hapa. Hatukuwa tukichua ya kwamba mizinga inaleta pesa. Hizi mizinga ambayo aliletea sisi mafunzo wakatufundisha, sababu tulikuwa tunahitaji mizinga lakini hatukuwa na mafunzo. Lakini walitueleza ya kwamba tutawaletea mafunzo na wakaja wakatufunza vile tunaweza chunga nyuki.
Kwa majina mimi naitwa Penalingri. Mimi ni mwenyeji wa hapa. Tumefanya kazi na Best Titanium kwa muda mrefu kabisa. Hata wamesaidia sisi kabisa kwa kupanda miti. Hata kuonyesha sisi mahali tufanye ile vitu tunastahili kufanya. Tumejua hata kupanda miti.
According to the chairman of this party, Wycliffe Kimutai, said that their eviction in the Mau forest extinguished their dreams of life, so they don't know when they will start. They saw this situation as distress, but since 2019, they started receiving training from the Best Titanium company, and it also continued to change their lives as a group.
Kuona nyuma yangu wale watu ambao tunaendeleza hii kazi ya Best Titanium pamoja, karibu 80% ni wale watu ambao walitolewa katika hii msitu wa Mau. Lakini sasa vile Best Titanium wameingia wakasaidia hawa, tunaendeleza sasa maisha na tumeamua kushikana na serikali ile tuhakikishe ya kwamba hii msitu wa Masai Mau inalindwa.
Reporting from GBS TV, my name is Anlili Siombua.
Kirinyaga County is celebrating one of its strongest health milestones, yet with recent reports showing major progress in antenatal attendance and a sharp decline in maternal and infant deaths. Gain County officials attribute to stronger healthcare system and faster emergency intervention. Moshiri with more.
Health officials link this turnaround to early access to care, consistent follow-up, and better emergency response when complications occur. Governor Anne Waiguru says the county has also recorded improvement in newborn survival.
The investment in health sector has improved key indicators in the county, such as antenatal coverage has improved from 45 to 63%. Number of children who die within 28 days of birth has decreased from 26 to 10 deaths in every 1,000 live births. Percentage of children fully immunized by 12 months has improved to 91%. Mother-to-child transmission of HIV has reduced from 13 to 6.5%, amongst the best in the country.
She credited the progress to health sector reforms rolled out since 2017, noting they have widened access to skilled care during pregnancy and childbirth. Waiguru added that more women completing the recommended antenatal visits is a sign that the strengthened primary healthcare system is working.
Human resources in the health sectors has also improved. Parallel to infrastructure, development, Kirinyaga has significantly strengthened its health workforce to match new capacity and evolving service need. The county government has undertaken systematic recruitment to ensure that newly expanded facilities are adequately staffed. Since 2017, over 150 health workers have been hired in addition to the cadres that are already existing.
The governor highlighted investments in health infrastructure, staffing, and community outreach, noting improved referral systems and expanded maternal services at Kerugoya County Referral Hospital as key contributors. She said closer monitoring of high-risk pregnancies has helped prevent avoidable deaths,
reducing delays in claims submission to SHA and tracking reimbursements. Kirinyaga's achievements are underpinned by key health financing reforms, chief among them the Facility Improvement Fund, the FIF. Under the FIF model, each public hospital now keeps and manages its own revenue, user fees, and SHA reimbursement.
She also pointed to faster ambulance response times and the recruitment of additional health workers alongside refresher training in maternal care as further support for the county's gain. With stronger systems, better equipped facilities, and quicker emergency response, Kirinyaga County's efforts are shaping a safer future for mothers and newborns, signaling a steady rise in public health standards. Victor Moshiri reporting for GBS.
Water and Irrigation Cabinet Secretary Eric Muga has commissioned the Kandeki Irrigation Project in Kirinyaga East Sub-County, bringing reliable water to 225 acres and benefit 246 households. Mercy Kamau with more details.
Water and Irrigation Cabinet Secretary Eric Muuga has commissioned the Kindeki Irrigation Project in Kirinyaga East Sub-County, bringing reliable water to 225 acres and benefit 246 households. The project is a 50% cost share between the government and farmers.
Because it's on cost sharing basis, farmers are contributing 45 million in Kenya shillings because they do have 50-50.
The farmers met their share through loans from Equity Bank, while the government provided the remaining portion through the German Development Bank, KfW.
And this project succeeds mostly because of the collaboration of the five partners. That is the bank, the government of Kenya, by first of all unlocking the major challenge, whereby the funds go towards investing the main conveyance line at the intake. Then now, of course, the contribution from the bank and the farmer, whereby the bank, the farmer contributes 10% and the bank also contributes another 40%. And all that after. The other thing that's also key in this project is that the bank has also offered a lot of capacity building to the farmers.
CS Muuga noted that under the same partnership with Germany and Equity Bank, the government is developing 24 irrigation schemes across the 9 regions in Kirinyaga. He emphasized the need to adopt modern technology to further expand agricultural productivity, highlighting smart irrigation system as the future of farming.
Under the same program with the Germans and our friends from Equity, we are doing around 24 irrigation schemes scattered all over the region, and I think we have 9 in Kirinyaga County. These are the success stories that we want.
Equity Bank CEO James Mwangi described the initiative as a demonstration of the agricultural transformation. He also said that the irrigation will allow the farmers to diversify, mitigate risk, adopt modern crop husbandry, and practice crop rotation, making agricultural profitable.
This transformation as a door to prosperity. He's able to diversify, he manages the risk by diversifying, he's practicing modern crop husbandry, crop rotation and the rest, and agriculture becomes profitable.
German ambassador to Kenya, Mr. Sebastian Groth, said Germany has injected 25 million euros into the project. He noted that the positive outcome will serve as model similar initiative in other regions.
2.5 million euros, yeah. It's but half of it is paid by KfW and half of it is paid by Equity Foundation. And the interesting thing is that we are using this project also to learn how to implement and.
Masi Kamau, GBS.
Thank you for staying with us. We are taking a short break. We'll be right back to serve with more updates in a while. Stay tuned.
World Marathon. Bro, hapo sasa ndio kuna maneno. Una feel nini ni mbaya na Manyala? Juu bro anadefeatiwa man. Siku Manyala sio Manyala bana.
Hakuna kitu Manchester inaweza fanyia sasa. Mwekezaji kama vile last time niliwaambia, ekeni Arsenal kichwa. Ekeni Arsenal over 1.5. Ekeni Arsenal first team to score.
I have been fencing for the last 1.5 years now. Fencing haina age. You can start as early as at a very young age, and you can also play at a very old age.
Kuna pale mshari represent Kenya yenye tunasema.
Game yenye nilienda last ilikuwa junior championship na ilikuwa Angola.
Fencing is a sword sport, but we don't call it a sword, we call it a blade.
Ili kujua mengi, jiunge nami Omala Brian kwenye GBS TV Sports Sugu Show. This is where passion meets the game.
I'm your host, the most Agina,
SK the DJ Ava, aka the Mix Wizard.
Don't call me MC Slingshot. If the flag don't pick up, I'ma lose it. All I need is gas, meaning boozy. I ain't worried about Jada Juicy. Yeah.
Boozy.
Comparing me to these rappers, nigga kunitusi. Wale dani masa ni cheesy ya kiosha mbuzi.
Mbuzi in this reference inamaanisha nini? Oh, you're the god!
Ndio.
Tulikuwa tuna wasanii wa shule kila Friday unaitwa form 4 wakanilipia my first video.
Yeah.
Nikaingia shule nikapigwa shukrani.
Ngoje shule yako ilikuwa
Yeah, ilinilipia kila kitu, audio, video.
Everywhere, GBS.
Welcome back to our news point today, and today we are going to have a panel where we are going to discuss more about TikTok and how TikTok is shaping the trends in our community. And today with me here, I have amazing guests with me, and one of them is an influencer, another one is a Gen Z in this community who uses TikTok, and the other one who is a media personnel. They are going to introduce themselves as we continue. Karibuni sana. Karibu, as we start with you, Jeremy.
So my name is Jeremy. I'm the TikTok influencer. Yeah.
Karibu sana to our panel today. So with you, amazing young man, our Gen Z in our country. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. My name is Ryan.
I'm a Gen Z, I'm a student at Mahanaim.
Karibu
Thank you
sana
for having me.
Ryan in our panel today. And with us today, here we have the amazing, beautiful lady among three. So today we are going to talk on how TikTok is shaping trends and news of our youths in Kenya today. And as you all know, TikTok blew up in Kenya back in 2020, where it hit 10 million Kenyans who were there, like the Gen Z and the millennials who were on TikTok. It started mainly as people were going TikTok to do dancing challenges there. And also, as it continue with trending, the trends came up, the topics, people, even the TikTokers started now giving us updates on what's happening in the country. As we remember the previous protest that was in Kenya, we remember that most influencers were online and they were giving us updates on what's happening. So today we're going to talk more, like, is TikTok taking the place of the traditional media, which is the TV, the radio, the newspaper? Is it going to cover the whole of it, or people will they be like watching TikTok and not watching TV, watching TikTok, not listening to radio, watching TikTok and not reading the newspaper? And today we are going to ask the first question, which is for you, Mr. Jeremy, who is a TikTok influencer. TikTok is not for setting trends quickly. From your experience, you as a TikTok influencer, why do you think news on TikTok spread faster than a news of the traditional media, like in the TV, in the radio, and the newspaper? How do you think it spread more faster?
So when we look at TikTok, the news that are, let's say, posted there, they are instant. Like, you see, like when you go to the TV, you have to follow some approval so that you can be aired. Like, or let's say if it's the magazine, you must follow some
protocols.
Yes. So, but for TikTok, it's instant. When you are there, you record. You can go live, by the way, on TikTok. So you record. People are always there on TikTok. Like, when you're scrolling, itakuleta the first ama the most recent news. So when you compare to TV, so TV will be back, will be somehow not in the present, but for TikTok it will be in the present as let's say the news is going on.
So for you, you say like TikTok news, they are spread more faster than in the TV. Like, you don't have to go sit down watch TV.
So when you're using TikTok, when you post something, within minutes it can go to even more than 10 million people. Not even the countrywide, but the worldwide. So I guess it's faster, not guess, I know it's faster than the TVs.
But something might happen. It has happened here right now. And it will the traditional media will, like breaking news, you see something happens instantly and it's all over the news, in the TV, in the radios. Do you think it reaches the TikTokers first?
Yes. Right now here I'm a TikToker. When something happens here, I will just post it as soon as possible. Yes, I know many people are not watching TV, like you're not working with your TV, you have your phone. So when you go to TikTok, you'll just scroll, then you'll know the most recent news happening in your area or worldwide. Even now people are streaming TikTok on the TVs. Unapata, like someone in the house, just TikTok on the TV.
Okay, so for you, watch news on TikTok. And guys, even as we continue with our discussion today, as the way Jeremy has told us that news in TikTok spread more faster than the news on the TV. In the building today, we have a very beautiful lady who is going to discuss among these two gents. And our guest today is Rachel Gambo, who is a media personnel. He works in a media, he owns media. I'd like to hear from her, like, if she's going to discuss more about the traditional media or she will support the TikTok. But before that, karibu sana, introduce yourself to us.
Thank you so much, Mercy. I'm Jambo Mlipo. My name is Rachel Gambo, as she has said, and I'm happy, by the way, for having me here. And about TikTok and traditional media, it's something that is happening. Like, we are now seeing how TikTok is, honestly speaking, it is overtaking traditional media. But as a media personnel, we need to ask ourselves a question: at what expense? At what expense? Jeremy has said that anaweza kaa kwa nyumba stream TikTok, atutaingia hivi TikTok afu utapatana latest news. But again, we also have to agree that there's something called algorithms. I can't just open my TikTok alafu news zitakuja tu. I have to, whatever, before TikTok feeds me something, I need to let TikTok know what I want to be fed. Unaget? So if I am maybe an animal lover, content yenye nitakuwa nakuja kwa TikTok yangu itakuwa mambo tu na wanyama, because I have allowed it to show me that, you get? But again, if TikTok is taking over traditional media, it is at a very high rate, but also at an expense. Because you can imagine, anyone can be a reporter on TikTok. Anybody. It doesn't matter if you've gone to school of journalism. It doesn't matter if you have any certification. It doesn't matter if you're a professional. Hata upatie mtoto, a 2-year-old toddler, tell us something kwa mtandao. Atawapostia kitu kwa mtandao and it's going to go viral. You're going to receive that information from a toddler, someone that is not qualified. So yes, it is taking over, but again, it's not in the right way. It's not na ile njia yenye inafaa, because again, we have so many citizen journalists. When you have the ethics that are needed before I post something. As a journalist, siwezi post to anything.
Very true.
Ni feed what to do everything I want to feed them. Very because true. I know that kuna steps nafaa nifuate. Yeah. There are things I have to post. Kuna vitu siwezi post. But for watu wa TikTok hapa, they are going to post everything and anything, and which I think is consuming consumers in a very wrong way, if you ask me.
So for you prefer to stick on the tradition media, which, so maybe this Gen Z's here, as we're going to talk to him next, which feel like boring. So for you, like you stick on the tradition media because you feel like it is the one, like you want to stick there.
I wouldn't say I want to stick on traditional media per se, because again, we have to understand that there are trends. Na lazima tuende na trends. Yeah. So if social media is there, even us what to traditional media, we have to go with the trends. But there is a way that we need to portray our news hata kwa hiyo mitandao ingine. So yes, I would want to use TikTok. As a platform to spread legit information and verified information. But kuna protocols, not just going and posting, streaming and doing everything. So I would want us to go in that direction, ya kutumia TikTok as a channel of spreading information. But again, we need to know what we are posting, who is posting this information, and if they are even verified to post.
Okay. To our Gen Z in the building there, Mr. Ryan. So you as a Gen Z, you prefer to watch your news on TikTok. You prefer to watch your news on TikTok than the traditional media. Why would you like to watch news there on TikTok than just sitting down, switch on your TV, stay there, look at the news anchor, I stay anchor the news for you? How would you prefer to watch your news? You just take your phone, you scroll your phone, and then you're watching your news there.
Personally, I do prefer watching news on TikTok because on the TV it's very slow, it's very monotonous, it's very the same way that it's being presented. It's always the same way, and I think for Gen Zs they need something engaging and what motivates them to keep posting. And the feedback, the comments, they engage so much. Yeah.
I can see Rachel here has something to say.
I think I understand him from the perspective. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's boring. I think with our generation, like generation in Tuko Saizi, we want something that is more trendy, more entertaining. And that is why TikTok sasa is now encouraging something called sensationalism. Kumaanisha, we are going to give you news, but we are going to exaggerate information, we are going to dramatize information again, so that they can get our attention. It may be verified information, and again, it might not be verified information. But because these people, remember the people that are posting on TikTok, ni watu wanataka views. And for me to get those views, I have to do everything within my powers. So I am going to use sensationalism to attract Ryan as a consumer. I'm going to do everything to make him view my channel, to make him consume my content. But again, I'll go back to what I started saying. It can be used in a good way or in a bad way. I may decide to use sensationalism, but still give out verified and legit information out there. But again, pia, naweza sema, let me give you fake news. Na si bado they'll consume. Si ndio, si nataka kitu inawabamba, leta niwapatie kitu inawabamba. So again, it still goes back. It still goes back.
Right. So, Rachel, you said something about ethics. And with the point that you just replied, is point. So you think when they consume the news on TikTok, you just said they might be forced, they might be very sensitive. Do you think traditional media is more reliable than TikTok?
Actually, it is 100%. Actually, it is, because for traditional media, we're talking about news, kama stations, like big stations, Citizen, CNN, Al Jazeera. If it's print, it's big, like organizations that are well known. There's the Daily Nation, kuna Taifa Leo, you know, kama hizo. So yes, actually that point is inaweza mchanganya pia yeye, because remember, these are young people. They want to get information in a very catchy way, but again, imagine it is 100%. As much as we want to get news in a very fancy way and a very, a good plate. Tunataka tupatiwe in a very fancy plate, receive this information. Yeah. Traditional media, it is 100%. It is 100% better. Because kwa traditional media, 99% of information unapata is verified information. It is verified information. People that you see reporting that news, they understand what they need to give you, and they will give it to you the way you need to be given to. Okay, so si mtu tu ataka tu kwa bedroom yake and then a tripod, a setup, then aanze kuambia story. Again, so as much as yes, we want TikTok, I still go back to traditional, but again, we can still follow. Tunayo njia, we are still going to the next social media side, but again, tunajaribu to do what we are supposed to do.
Mr. Jeremy, how are you?
Very fine.
So, according to you, for what Rachel has told us about the trending and how we are adapting the journal, do you think like these influencers, are they adapting their journalistic standards? Like, are they following the ethics? If they do, are their news very credible? Like the way we have been told, like someone just can just wake up and in one morning, like you can wake up one morning, put a tripod there, and then you just give us your news. Don't like this source of the news that you guys are doing there, like the TikTokers, you influencers. Are you guys having the journalistic ethics? Are you like your news, are they credible? Can we rely on them?
So yes, we can. No, we cannot. You know, like Rachel has said, the ethics. Like you must follow the ethics. Let's say today, alafu anza kupost rumors. People need news. You know, when you post a rumor, the rumor circulates to, like everyone believes, like it's a real story. But let's say no, let's say yes. Because some news are credible, but other news are, they are just rumors. So we can say some are not.
And how can we know like the news that is posted there at TikTok is credible and is not like a rumors for us?
So in TikTok we have those people that we know they provide credible news, but there are people that provide fake news. Like, you know, TikTok, when someone produces a news, another one is out there to say the opposite of the news. So we have those people that we trust to provide the real news.
So you have a person who will post real news and one who will post the opposite. With the contradicting sides, how do you know that this is the person posting the real one and this is the person posting the rumors?
You know, like follow up, you will see the news that he or she has been posting. So when they are true, you will have to trust her. You know, like the way Rachel said that TikTok produces the things you like for you, like let's say if it's pets, like that, if you like watching news, you know, you cannot just go to TikTok. Not all Gen Zs use TikTok just to look at things that are irrelevant. Some people use TikTok like those, ni alpha ama ni millennials. So they use TikTok to follow other people so that they can know the news that are circulating around. So they have those people that they know that they produce news that are relevant, like they are real.
Okay. So even like if I would like we have like people are usually mislead people like they are in TikTok, find people like posting rumors, something has not happened or something has happened, but they put more emphasis and but the thing that they are posting is not like actually real. Like we can compare, like when I read a magazine, the magazine I would know like this is what, because it's there, it has been verified, the information is verified, so I know that information is credible. But in TikTok, sometimes you may find people are posting this like rumors, which the most Gen Z don't actually sit down, take a magazine. Like for me, I don't think Ryan would sit down, take a magazine and then start reading a magazine or watching the TV because they rely on the news. Why could you think that this could lead to some misinformation to the Gen Zs?
Like I said, it might be a good thing and might be a bad thing. Yes, people like rumors, and some rumors might be true, other rumors might be false. Yeah.
Wow. And there's someone out there who doesn't know how to know if this news is real or is not real. Who doesn't know news are supposed to be verified. Who doesn't know anything. They just found the news on TikTok and they think, let's say you find news on TikTok that someone is dead, but this person is not dead. And that person doesn't know if they are supposed to trust this person or not.
You know, when you see something like that, you just don't like believe it. Hata mimi, like nikiingia TikTok and I see something like that, I cannot believe it fully until I Google it somewhere else. Ama you like, when you search, you see like those people that are posting that fake news, they have less than, let's say even 100 likes. Like nobody really follows them. But ukiangalia the person that has the most, like let's say like 15 point, like, let's say 10,000 likes, those people might be true.
My question is, there's someone outside who doesn't know that these rumors might be real or not, and they will just follow them and they will also spread them. You might find it and repost it and you don't even know whether it's real or not.
Yes, you might post it, but not everyone is a fool. Some people will not believe you. Nikuje nikwambie something, you will go and look for it. You will not, but let's say if it's what? But
so some people know that this might be misinformation, they will Google it, and others,
they will just believe it. But not everyone.
As you called them.
Yes, not everyone.
Maybe to add on that, you can also, so if you, because I do understand we have people like that. Kuna mtu mwenye like hajui, like they are so naive and they don't know exactly if this information is true or not true. So simple, if you know you want to be fed through the internet, whatever to receive information, like such kind of serious information, just follow legit accounts. If you're not sure of an account to follow, we have Citizen, wakona profile, yeah, it's TikTok, wakona Citizen, we have NTV, we have KTN. You can just follow channels that unajua kabisa hizi ni legit. That is if you are 50-50 about maybe naweza follow huyu akwe labda na feed information and so you. So they can also just follow channels that are credible.
Yeah, and to our Gen Z here, Mr. Ryan, you young people have been concerned with the misinformation while using TikTok. Like the way Rachel have said, like when you get information, you go to verify them, you go to like for the account. You know, sometimes you find like many people have pseudo accounts where like I come and I become you. I put like the picture of that person, like that media or of anything. So you as young people, how are you able to differentiate that this information is some information, that this information is not true? And are you people concerned about being misinformed in TikTok, or you are just okay with anything that is posted on TikTok?
Personally, as a Gen Z, I do agree that you cannot trust anything. You cannot trust anything you see on the internet. And that's why, as Rachel has said, what you follow is what you see. The algorithm is based on what you see, what you're fed. So personally, people we follow, they must do their research first. It's not just posting anything for the sake of posting. And I do agree it's not credible most of the time, but according to what you follow, it has to be.
Wow. So, and to my last question, a general question for all of my three guests today. In the coming years, do you think like the TikTok or the TikTok will replace the mainstream media, the traditional media? And do you think like the influencers are going to replace the journalists in our country? Everyone, 1 second to give your final remarks. We start with you, Jeremy.
So for influencers becoming journalists, no. You know, like, how watu kwa na kiburi, they trust their information. So let's say they cannot be. And for TikTok to be like the mainstream media
for news, for consuming news.
You cannot beat Akina Citizen, KBC and TV, but yes, they might when they follow the ethics of posting news.
To you, Ryan.
I do agree that TikTok can overtake the mainstream media in news. For example, there's this guy called News Daddy on TikTok. He just is at home presenting anything that is trending. People will comment, people will give feedback. That's why the internet, you can never learn the internet. Yes, you can mislead people, but people will always counter or contradict what you're saying. That's why comments are there. That's why there's live streaming too. People will record anything and there will be people to clarify or counter what you're saying, if it's true or not.
Thank you. And you too, Rachel.
You're giving me how long? 1 minute?
1 minute.
So one, yes, TikTok, in fact, not just TikTok, but just social media, it can overtake. We've seen stations that have already changed from mainstream. They are no longer, you cannot find them on mainstream, but they are just focused on social media. So it can. Over time, if they're not careful, it can.
True.
And about influencers taking up journalistic roles, they can and they have. We have seen not one, not two comedians, not two TikTokers or network stations to report. Reason being is because they have numbers. Right now, most of these mainstream and social media channels, wanataka watu wenye kuna numbers, watu wenye taleta followers. Right. So also as journalists, if you're not careful, roles zetu zinaweza kuwa switched in a very high pace, in a very, very high pace. It has happened, it is happening, and it does have its own downsides because, again, these are people that have not gone to school to do this. But because of their numbers, ndio unapata wameko kwa hiyo kiti. But again, it is what it is. So, tungangane tujaribu tungangane tukue hapo.
Thank you very much, Rachel. That's all for our today's new point and our discussion. Thank you for tuning in. Stay connected. Till next time, same phrase, same time. I have been your anchor, Masika Mau, together with me, my co-anchor,
Merin Zomo.
Have a great time.
Everywhere GBS.